When something's augmented, it gets bigger. When it's diminished, it gets smaller. Welcome back to Music and Theatre Education. Today we're adding the last two basic triads, augmented and diminished. Make sure you've watched the major and minor triads video first. Off to the whiteboard. Just like our major and minor triads, our augmented and diminished triads have 3 notes, and there's a third between each of those notes. Our augmented triad is made up of 2 major thirds, making it our biggest triad. That means it has the largest distance between the bottom note and the top note. Let's write that in. How many semitones are there in a major third? Yep, there's 4. Our diminished triad is made up of 2 minor thirds, making it our smallest triad. That means there's the smallest distance between the bottom and top notes. How many semitones are there in a minor third? Yep, there's 3. With that knowledge, we're going to write these 2 triads. So let's start with our A augmented. Because it's A augmented, it starts on A. Now we always write our triad in first. I'll show you why soon. Okay, now let's look at our semitones that we need. We have 2 major thirds. We're going to need 4 semitones between each of our notes. Starting up here, we don't count A as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, C sharp or D flat. I already have a C, so it must be C sharp. Okay, next one. C sharp, we don't count that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's given us F, but we have an E here. Now to raise our E to an F, all we have to do is add a sharp. Remember, a sharp just raises something by a semitone. So we want to get from E to F, sharp just raises us a semitone to F. Now it's lucky that we wrote our triad at the beginning, because if we hadn't, we might have accidentally put an F instead of an E sharp, and then it wouldn't have been a triad, because our triad needs to go space, 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 or line, line, line. Let's try our diminished triad. Now we've got B flat diminished, so it must start on B flat. Once again, important to write our triad. Okay, let's check our semitones, see if we need any accidentals. So we need 3 semitones between each of our notes. 1, make sure we're not counting our B flat. So we've got 1, 2, 3, which gives us D flat. We've got a D. Could have been C sharp, but we know because we've already got that D there that it has to be D something. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, gives us E. But we've got an F. So how can we turn an F into an E? We just add a flat. Like a sharp raises something by a semitone, a flat will lower it by a semitone. Okay, let's name these triads. First one starts on G, so it has to be G something. Next, let's count the semitones between G and B. So we don't start on that first one, so we count up 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's count between B and D sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it must be augmented. The next one starts on D, so it's going to be D something. Now let's count our semitones from D to F. 1, 2, 3, and then F to A flat. 1, 2, 3. So we know it's diminished. Once again, if you want some extra help with those, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on Music and Theatre Education, and until next time, keep on that theatre adventure.